day I search in spite of me. Every day I search for what I cannot see. Every day I search for you. Every day I search for the truth. Just can't help falling in love with you. More with everything you do. Speak and the mountains tremble with fear. And at the sound of your voice, I know you are near, be near to me. Every day I long deep inside of me. Every day I long for what's plain to see. Every day I long to be with you. Every day I long for the truth. Just can't help falling in love with you. More with everything you do. Speak and the mountains tremble with fear. And at the sound of your voice, know you are near, be near to me. And the rain falls like tears. And most days I cry. But facing my fears, the truth I won't deny. Just can't help falling in love with you. Love with you. More than every little thing you do. Speak out of mountains, travel with fear. And at the sound of your voice, know you are near. Just can't help falling in love with you. Love with you. More than every little thing you do. Speak out of mountains, travel with fear. And at the sound of your voice, know you are near, be near to me.
I fully anticipated. Hello and welcome to Church Online, brought to you by the Ecclesian House. Ma. So, how's everybody week been? How was Oregon this week?
Annoying. Lots of people freaking out about the coronavirus.
You know, I was gonna do some rework on the shiny film on my car a few months ago, and so I bought some of the spray, and then I bought a mask that's rated for spraying your car, and it's an N95 mask. So I've got two N95 masks. So if we get a big coronavirus outbreak in Texas, I got a mask.
and one child?
What?
For you and one child?
Well, we have to take one.
No, actually, you and her, because children under the age of I think it's 11 or 10, the likelihood of getting
a
it
nice
is,
long life.
it's actually like really low. Like the parents will get it and the kids won't in the house.
Interesting.
There's something about the virus that it doesn't.
The older you are, the
affect.
more susceptible you are to this strain.
I saw a show where all the adults died and turned into zombies.
Didn't we watch that? Well,
It
they
was
weren't zombies,
I feel
but
like we did.
I like the kid
yeah,
one better.
everyone over 21 or
Yeah.
something.
I watched
died.
What was it called? We watched it together. I think,
never
the first
finished
day.
What was the one where all the children turned into monsters? Turned into zombies. We watched it. It was in the school. It was the school. It was the one that had what's his name in it?
No,
It was an
really
elementary school, and like they were like, wait, only the kids are getting attacked,
Was it
and
called
then
Little
including the
Monsters
adults,
or something?
little monsters or
I didn't
something.
see that one.
Yeah,
No, we didn't
Is
see
it
that
Netflix?
one.
yeah, and it was quite odd. And one of the girls, they're like, "How old are you?" And she's like, "Such and such." And they're like, "Well, then why aren't you infected?" I don't know. And then like 20 minutes later, she's like, "Does anyone have a pad?" And they were like, "Oh." Because they were like she went to the bathroom and she comes out, she's like, "There's no pads in that bath." And they were like, "Oh, okay, that makes sense." Because it was puberty was the trigger. And if you were above puberty, you didn't turn into a flesh-eating zombie.
So my favorite video of the week is this one with this little girl, and there's this big silver hand bar in front of her, and she's in a line somewhere, and she's going, and it's got the voiceover, the Hispanic voice going, "It's Corona time! It's Corona time! It's Corona time!" That's my favorite video this week.
Oh, man.
It's Corona time.
Yeah, it's just pretty funny though. I mean, supposedly now it's in Nashville. Someone's quarantined in Nashville. Craig Rochelle was quarantined because he was at a conference where someone had it
In Germany.
in Germany. So they found out, and so everyone who came home, they quarantined themselves. That's why.
Was that why Pastor Robert was speaking?
Yeah, the last 2 weeks is because he's in a mandatory quarantine. He actually had a little excerpt from his bedroom today. He's like, "But as you can see, I feel fine. I got my dumbbells right there. Sadly, I'm alone. I would really like to see my wife and kids
Well, you
again."
can't work out with Paco?
Yeah, can't
Paco
work out.
Brewski?
He's like, "No, I gotta work out by myself." But
How would you feel about if your nickname was Paco Brewski and you cleaned up your life and you stopped drinking and your nickname was still Brewski?
that would be hard, I would guess.
Yeah.
I mean, my nickname was after a fat dude. Now I'm fat again. But there for a little while when I was skinny, it didn't make any sense.
Alright.
A little while. A little while. A couple of years. A little while. If I had a workout buddy, it'd be easier.
Sorry.
You won't go with me.
I won't go with you. You're insane.
Are you insane, James?
Insane in the middle.
I'm a little worried about getting home because I gotta move shit around right outside of the house, and so Dad is getting over his knee surgery,
Yeah.
and he's gonna I know he's gonna hit the gym,
Oh, yeah.
and it's gonna be because he's gonna do therapy, he's gonna lose weight doing therapy, and then he's gonna energize him. I know he's gonna make me work out with him. Oh.
We may not live in a town where it's feasible to work out.
We'll see.
South by Southwest got canceled.
Yep. Which is like a $1.2 billion hit to the city or something like that.
Mm-hmm. First time in 34 years that they haven't had it.
South by Southwest is
Austin.
in Austin. It's a festival, but it's not just music. It's music, movies,
tech.
technology,
I mean,
just everything, and it brings a crap ton of money to Austin.
yeah. My second favorite video of the week is the woman announcing about measures to protect yourself from coronavirus, and she no sooner says, you need to learn how to stop touching your face, than she then licks her finger
Yeah.
to turn the page. She says, I mean, the words no sooner come out of her mouth about not touching your face because that's how you catch the virus. Then she then licks her finger to turn the page to keep reading.
That's the problem with a beard. Is I touch my face constantly.
I know, right? It's like, I gotta make sure the beard's
Hey,
on.
Guys,
don't run.
You just threw up
Oh,
She don't need to run.
How much paper towels do you need for cat vomit?
It depends on how
depends
wet
on
and
cat
gross
vomit.
it is.
We'll go clean it up before it
Sometimes
soaks
she'll need
in.
more.
Mr. Amy, I mean, you can get like this amount with Mr. Amy. Yeah, he'll go.
Well, you've seen how big Mr.
So last time Finnick threw up, I was holding him, and he threw up on me, and then but he didn't get any on himself. It was all over me, it like dripped down, it's gross, it was between my toes. And so I told Bill, come get him, come get him. And Bill was trying to get me, and he threw up again, he threw up all over Bill, and still didn't get any on his own stuff. And it was everywhere.
That last birthday party I had, I threw up on my own toes. That was the grossest feeling.
It's awful.
Sat in the shower for 30 minutes thinking the water was still running.
What are you talking about? I was shut up. There are reasons I don't drink no more. Let's just leave it at that. Like,
Bill and Matt would take turns I think Bill did, going in there and sitting on the chair next
Nope.
to the shower talking. No,
No, he was throwing up in the
Okay.
other
It was
No,
just Matt
I was in the
then.
other end of the house.
keto is not. That's just don't touch it.
He thought, oh, I can still do it.
I thought I could do 50%. The problem with being an alcoholic is when you start with 50%,
You go more.
it doesn't work. You can't just limit yourself like that. You get 2 or 3 deep, and then all of a sudden you're vomiting on your own toes. It's the first and only
There ain't
time.
no stopping once I get started.
Yeah, I know.
Only
gave
time
him a
I
high
have
five.
ever blacked out, like where I don't remember doing something,
Yes,
or
so
vomited,
nicely.
or vomited that bad when
There you go.
Thank you for asking so nicely.
and then I quit drinking. Nope, not drinking no more. Which, when I was in Portland,
Yells at me.
they started talking about, oh, this place has great drinks. This place has great drinks. We should go get a drink. A bunch of them there. I'm like, okay, I can go and have one. No big deal. And I get there, and I order one. Because they talked about how good it is. Not one of them ordered one, other than me. And I'm going, I only did this because it's a social norm. Like,
Yeah. So I wouldn't be a freak, so I'd be a social normie.
yeah. I'm like,
Didn't work out for you, did it?
it was just a cider,
Even
so
when,
it's
even when
like
you tried to be normal.
5.5%.
Even when you try to be normal. it doesn't work.
All right. So this week's podcast was about accountability.
On your bed or under?
Baby, if you need
bad.
to take the blanket off, you can, and just put it on
It's like the actual sheet, because my blankets weren't.
the fitted sheet.
I can't see.
Right. Did you guys ever watch Married with Children?
Yes.
No.
Love Married with Children.
Married with Children was great.
It's one of Steve's favorite shows.
Love and
I don't know
marriage
why I watch it, but I watch it all
go
the time.
together like a horse and carriage. Nobody else is singing with me.
I tell you.
This will tell you, brother, you can't have one without the other. Yeah, we used to watch Married with Children when I was a kid.
Song sounds familiar, but I don't know.
Always a theme song for Love and
Yeah.
Married with Children.
Daughter was hot. Peggy was great. Could look fun in 60 cents.
It happens to me all the time when I'm trying to balance the church's books. I'm like, I'm 60. How am I 60 cents off somewhere? What does that mean?
Hi, buddy. You smiling? She don't ever listen. She immediately lets him loose every time you tell her.
All right, somebody read Proverbs 27:17.
I can. I'm on Twitch.
You're
I'm Googling Married
got
with
it.
Children.
Proverbs 27:17. Yeah, you want your Uncle News?
Okay, yeah, I've seen those.
You seen that?
Hi, buddy.
17. And 17. Got it. Just 17?
Yeah.
Iron sharpens iron. And one person sharpens another.
What version did you look it up in?
CSB.
She's got her iPhone and she's trying to
And
get
the man
its own
sharpens his
iPhone
friend's
on
face.
in the family room, and she's got an HDMI plug in, and I don't know.
What?
I got it.
Thank you,
Like, I
Jerry.
thought she was trying to cast to the TV, but I don't know.
It says says literally, and a man sharpens his friend's face.
Nice.
Sharpen a man's face like iron sharpens iron.
I like that.
Right.
The cat.
Probably that.
Throwing up everywhere.
So as iron sharpens iron, a man sharpens his friend.
Uh-huh.
That's that accountability verse. Like when we were at Teen Mania, a year-long Christian internship out of high school, we had to have accountability partners.
Yes, we
Who
did.
was your accountability partner?
Don't remember his name.
You don't remember? So my first accountability partner was John Pong. And he was a great accountability partner until then. I got assigned to B shift and he got assigned to A shift. So while he was out of work, I was in work, and while I was in work, he was out of work, and then we never saw each other.
What's his name?
Didn't really work.
Picture his face.
John Doe.
John Doe.
John don't know.
No, I know HDMI ports. I have to unplug
Not
something.
from the TV.
No?
Yeah.
Not the living room TV.
Tina.
I'm sorry.
Unless there's one on the side. I think there's one on the side. But
Just cast from your phone.
I don't know. It's an iPhone. I don't know how to do that.
No, you can't cast from an iPhone to a non-Apple TV. There's a cord you can get to plug into a non-Apple TV.
They left the money because they moved the rest, but it's not all over the place. It's in one
go to Aunt Tina.
Well, cats are nasty, and so if there's a cat-related issue, then she's gonna leave the room. All right. So integrity and accountability. Integrity and accountability are the yin and yang
Go to Aunt Tina. She'll pick you up. I
of
think you
personal
need to change-
morality.
That's not my job.
What's not your job?
That's one of their jobs.
Then you change.
I think maybe. His butt's very warm.
His butt is warm.
Yes, when he
And
was
when he
sitting on
poops,
his butt.
You know.
I'm not worried about poop. No, I don't think it was poop.
Okay.
It just got warm and like it was one of those like, is my pants wet? No? Okay.
Put them in the laundry.
You didn't have to do that right now, Zoe.
Hold it, so it's stock.
Oh.
Just set it on top of the totes in the laundry room.
Go get her.
Didn't like what you saw?
Huh?
You didn't like what you saw?
Aunt Tina.
He wants you.
I think he's wet. Check his butt.
Not poo-poos.
Is he full of pee?
I don't know.
You gotta move your hand.
What are you doing?
I'm gonna check his diaper.
That's what you gotta do.
Yes, he's full of pee.
Okay.
I can't tell that method.
You come back once you're changed. I love you so much.
All right. So integrity and accountability are the yin and yang of personal morality,
Yes, you said
right? So I come to my accountability partner and say, "Hey, I need you to hold me accountable in A, B, and 3." And my accountability partner says, "Cool." Right?
Uh-huh.
And then my accountability partner says, "What about C, D, and F?" And you're like, "I don't feel any conviction in those areas." And your accountability partner says, "Cool." Right?
Roughly, yes. That's how it should go.
Yeah. And then you hold each other accountable in the areas that each of you have identified you need to be held accountable in. Yes?
Yes.
Yes.
I have an accountability partner, but he lied to me.
Oh, we talk like 13 and a half years later, you're still...
What? I was expecting you to go, I didn't lie. I omitted the fact that...
What happened was...
What happened was you asked me on Tuesday, and then it happened
And then
on
on Thursday,
So I never told you about it because you didn't ask me on Friday.
and we didn't ask again.
That's legitimately how that conversation went.
Because you asked me on Tuesday, and I was like, no, we're not. But that sounds like a good idea. So on Thursday, we started, and you never asked again.
So I got a phone call.
And I said, hey, I'm about to have a Greg.
You have to have a Greg.
Mm-hmm.
Not a baby, a Greg.
And I said, it was very nice knowing you both.
And little did we know when he turned 13, he would have smoked so much that his voice would sound like that.
Are you one of those drunk monkeys that smokes?
Did you get changed? What happened? He came barreling out here like,
He tried to escape.
nah.
Come here. Come here.
Remember one time my parents asked me if I had done something? And I said, no, I ain't doing that. And I wasn't. A couple weeks later I had. And then when it came up later, like, no, you said that. That was then.
That was his exact statement.
The exact conversation we had
Oh, okay.
about my relationship with you.
No, now you don't want me? Who you
He
want?
wants his snacks.
Oh, I have snacks.
He's like, where are you taking my snacks?
The snacks are migrating. How do I get the snacks?
Snacks.
He likes those. I didn't think he liked those.
I like these. These are gluten free.
And they don't have like extra sugar or anything like
Sorry.
Right. So accountability is that whole thing of why wait to fight the battle later when you're tempted, when you know you can put up safeguards now
Why?
to eliminate the temptation.
What?
Plate.
Yeah, well, you were done with it.
I'm not. I'm gonna get more food.
You're not.
I am.
Obviously now you're not because your plate's in the trash.
Now I'm gonna have to get a new plate.
There's no reason for you to get food an hour after you've eaten.
I do love you. You're like my third favorite, fourth favorite, third favorite.
Who wants to read Proverbs 27:6? Let's let Heather do it this time because you did it last time.
Okay. I've already got it up. There. Now it's up.
The wounds of a friend are trustworthy, but the kisses of an enemy are excessive.
Can I have this one?
Right. So your friend's not the person that's like,
What about the farts?
Right at Mr. James.
I always lean this way. Nothing
He knows
against
problem
him.
with God. You can try to beat him up. You probably won't be able to. You should try.
No, thank you.
But
Too tired for that.
I'm the person that kisses.
it doesn't mean literal kisses.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm here. I'm sorry.
Your kisses of the enemy are excessive.
You want to turn so you can watch me better?
The people who are like, don't ever change, you're good the way you are, things like that. They're not your friend. That's not your friend. They don't care about you.
The next one really confused me because it didn't make sense because of the way it's.
The next verse?
Yeah, it needs like a comma or something to pause. Because I was like, a person who is full tramples. What does it mean to be full tramples? A person who is full tramples. Sorry, what? A person who is full tramples on a honeycomb. You gotta read it the right way.
Well, there's no punctuation in that original language at all. So there's no punctuation in the original languages of the Bible, in any of the languages of the Bible. All the punctuations were added later by translators. Punctuation, verse numbers, chapter numbers.
Are you playing with your food? Eat it. You got a headache, sir?
What?
He's hiding that he's sleeping.
Yeah, his eyes were closed. I can see.
You're supposed to be moderating the Facebook chat, not sleeping.
Was he sleeping? Was he sleeping? Is that
Earlier I looked
People
over and he
wanna
wasn't
know
even in
what's
the app.
wrong
So how was the movie, guys?
with you. Terrible.
How was the movie? Was terrible? Was it really?
No, I liked it.
So I guess the whole time.
I didn't ask how the ambiance was. I asked how the movie was.
I only farted once in the movie. I
Did
had
you
to
drink a
get up.
milkshake before you went to the movie?
No, I don't know what. I think it's because my body's switching from normal to gluten free, and so my body's just like, oh.
And then one year.
And I actually at one point had to get up and like leave and go use the restroom. What are you doing? You can't sit. Dude, it's my chair. You can't sit in the chair proper between my legs, man. I'm too big for that. Fine. There.
I found
60?
You found your 60 cents?
What?
So
Now
you're
what?
no longer 60 centsless?
right.
But she still doesn't make up $1.
Yeah, you feel big, boy? Sitting at the table correctly?
So anybody have anything they want to share about accountability? Any notes they took while they were listening to the podcast right before I walked in the door earlier?
My accountability is probably lacking.
What'd you lie about?
Twice. You and the other one. The other one got dismissed from the internship. My second year, we didn't have accountability partners.
Didn't have a big accountability?
Second year, we had accountability.
Because iron didn't sharpen iron anymore?
That was a group
It
thing.
was a group thing.
Wait, what year was
And it was odd, to say the least. That's when I got tackled by Joe Lowry and so the scar on my arm was going to accountability.
I don't think I would share in a group. Like,
I didn't
accountability,
share.
you know? Like, one-on-one, yeah, that's I can handle that. But if it's like multiple people sitting around talking accountability, I ain't participating in
Some
that.
people-
It's hard to do that in a group.
Yeah.
Some people
No,
got
it's
real
better.
real open, and I'm going.
That only works if you're an extrovert. That doesn't work if you're an
That's
introvert.
really on Saturday
Yeah.
mornings.
Oh. Yeah, no, I'm not down for that.
Where do you go on Saturday? What are you doing on Saturday mornings?
A men's group
A men's group.
from like church. We're all accountability partners with each other.
Is it like a life group or is it just a?
It's a
a group.
men's life group, but that's one of the main things we discuss.
How discriminatory. Men only.
And women only too.
How discriminatory. Women only.
Oh, I don't see gender.
You don't see gender, but you go to a men's only life group.
They see gender. I don't.
Then go to the women's only life group.
Then I see too much gender. Sorry. I don't know where that was supposed to go, but that's not it. Yeah, I know. Uncle Noobs is silly. Yeah.
Another viewer.
Yeah? Hello, Facebook viewer.
Yeah, hi.
I don't know how big the lag is or if we'll see that before they come off again, but
Oh!
15 seconds.
it says we have 2 viewers right now.
I got one over here, supposedly.
One on Twitch and one on Facebook.
Got one on Twitch. I don't know who it is. Hello, Twitch person.
Hello, Twitch person.
No, Facebook. But
Show the Twitch person.
You were like, ah, they stopped me.
It still says there's 2, but
well, I'm on. It shows me on Facebook.
well, now it says I have 2 Facebooks and 0 Twitches.
Oh, sorry.
Doodle-doodle-doo.
Thank you for sharing. Oh, don't fall down.
Yeah,
Are you tickling him?
been in a mood lately.
So, is accountability for everybody?
Depends on if it's single or in a group.
In
No.
some form, yes.
No, accountability is not for everybody. Who wants to read Proverbs 27:22? Have the left room. I guess that's you.
22.
27:22.
Scroll down. 22. Though you grind a fool in a mortar, with a pestle along with grain, you will not separate his foolishness from him. So it's not for the fools.
It's not for fools.
Well, it says it's not successful for fools. Doesn't mean they shouldn't do it.
Well, if it's a waste of time, then it's not successful, then it's a waste of time, right?
Doesn't mean they shouldn't do it. Doesn't mean it's a waste of time. Sleeping is a waste of time.
No, it's not. It's
You
a good
need
use
sleep.
of time.
No, you need sleep, but it's a waste of time.
Yep.
No, it's a good use of time if you need it.
No,
Yeah.
a fool would say otherwise, but a fool still needs sleep.
Did you just call yourself a fool in this
Yes.
scenario?
I am foolish in my sleep patterns. Ask my wife.
Sleeping is not a waste of time.
Oh.
Sleeping is a good use
You're
of
done?
time.
Okay.
Oversleeping
That's a waste of time.
is a waste of time.
But his snacks got empty, so he's done with me, I guess.
Naps are a waste of time.
No.
Depends on how old
You
you
need
are.
'em.
To you too.
Unless you're like in the bus on the way home from
I mean, if you only
town.
sleep an average of
Then
5
that's
hours, a 2-hour nap is a waste of time. If the average person sleeps 8.
It depends on how much you sleep and how you regulate your life. Oftentimes, certain individuals will only nap. They will not sleep at all. They sleep in like 40, because your REM cycle is 45 minutes, so they'll sleep in like an hour and a half to 3 hour increments.
Yeah, I used to do about 3 hours.
Leonardo da Vinci for a while would only sleep for 15 minutes at a time, and it literally drove him insane.
Yeah, you can't do that because you don't even enter REM.
Yeah.
Are you telling me?
Hello and welcome to Church Online. I'm Pastor Nick.
Pastor, what?
Nick.
Why Nick?
Finn Nick.
Nick.
I'm going home.
You are home.
Oh, yeah.
You're in your home, Pastor Nooms.
You like being the center of attention.
And our viewer count is going up because the baby's talking. This is what the internet wants to see.
Of course it is.
The baby talking. Accountability.
Nick, do you have an accountability partner that checks your
Yes, it's my mama.
poops and stuff to make sure you haven't eaten anything you're not supposed to?
We found that game disc, or you found that game disc. Where was it?
You mean his poops?
The one we thought he had eaten. But
No, it was up under the movie rack.
You look tired. Did you not sleep all week?
I
Greg! Why are you so
Greg,
tired?
wake up, Greg.
so
Greg,
probably-
you're still sleeping. Wake up. What's
I
going on?
probably
Greg,
don't-
what's wrong?
I don't think they want you to talk. They just want to prod you.
I had a dream last night they had to amputate my left arm, and the only thing I was upset about was my tattoo was going to go with it. I didn't care about losing the arm. I was just like, oh, my tattoo.
Oh, my new bed, I barely dream. It's great. My nightmare count has gone down significantly. And I just sleep all night. I barely move. I wake up in one of two positions that I go to sleep in. And Greg, don't fall asleep, Greg.
I ended up selling my guitars,
Your anger will fuel you.
and you were like, no, don't sell your guitars. And I was like,
Greg.
what am I supposed to do with a guitar, Roxanne?
Write her a new song.
What?
Write her a new song.
Riding this with one arm?
Only one cup.
Just lay it down on the table and
Cling, cling.
There's people, yeah, I was gonna say, I don't remember what the dude's name is. He plays with his tongue.
Does he play like this and then, or does he, which way?
Yeah.
He licks
Both
his
ways?
strings while the music plays. It's Corona time.
Will he cut his tongue?
That's what I was just thinking.
Does he have a tongue guard?
It depends on
you
what
get-
strings you get. You
Can
can
you
get
get calluses on your tongue?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or does the hairs just fall off quicker?
The what?
Yeah.
The what? Tongue bud hairs?
It's both. Taste buds, you mean?
Taste buds.
Tongue bud.
But it's more like hair than little buds.
Tongue buds. You know, those buddy tongue things.
You have a furry tongue. You might need to go see a doctor.
You have a furry tongue?
Yes.
Taste
there's
buds are
a difference-
hairs.
There's a difference between furry and furry.
Yeah.
I have a furry tongue.
Your wife's been licking furries. That's what she just said.
Will you swipe that notification off the phone there? It's bothering me.
I'm gonna swipe your notification. Good job, Greg. You did it.
Thank you, Greg.
So, how much did you sleep while you were at camp?
Probably about 7
Why?
hours the entire time.
I told you to enjoy camp, not to sleep at camp. 7 hours. I'm so disappointed in you.
I am too. It's okay. I got to Portland, and then like I ended up spending like 12 hours on the flight and everything going on. I got to Portland. Oh,
And he just stops in the middle of a story to laugh.
Yeah.
no. The reason why it took me 12 hours to get to Portland,
It's because you. Yeah.
I went to the wrong airport.
Yeah.
Was
You
it
did
the
a
same
DFW
airport as
supposed
the
to
week
Dallas,
before?
or-
Or we
Reversed.
Dallas.
Yeah, and I'm
You went to
going.
Love Field. You're supposed to be at DFW.
Because I didn't even know Alaska flew out of DFW. And I remember thinking, that ticket's weird because I didn't think you could have F rows in a flight from Love Field because the planes have to be smaller. That's weird. This is gonna be a rough flight. And I get there and she scans my boarding pass and she goes,
You had a boarding pass? You had a boarding pass in hand, and you still went to the wrong airport.
it wasn't in hand, it was on my phone.
Okay, that makes more sense. I was like,
But it's Dow
It says-
versus DFW.
yeah, but when you have a printed boarding pass, there's like a watermark that says DFW Airport, like across the ticket.
Oh, no.
So I was like, you have a printed.
No. It's just that I missed Dow. I mixed up Dow and because my flight back, every flight I've taken out of Portland
Been Dallas.
has been Dallas.
Yeah.
So multiple flights
Been
now.
Love Field.
It's been Love Field, and then all of a sudden it was like. So I'm flying Southwest to Nashville, and that one you can't mess up because there's only one airport in Nashville, and it's Southwest. They don't go to what you call it.
Well, I will pray for you that you do not crash. Those Southwest engines are overtaxed.
So, I was so tired. I ended up, they're 2 hours behind, right? So, you get a little bit of jet lag, but not a ton.
And then the time changed this morning. So
Yeah,
you
that
lost
messed
an
me
hour
up.
this
Yeah.
morning too.
But, so on Monday night, Monday night, Tuesday night, whatever day it was. Monday night. I'm sitting there and I'm like, all right. No, it was Tuesday because I didn't go to work on Monday. I flew on Monday. It was a long flight.
Right, Tuesday.
So Tuesday,
What are you?
F.
Wake up.
I was starting to unplug this to pull this out, and I was going to poke him with it.
Why you been so tired lately, James?
He's working 2 jobs.
This is the third week in a row that you've been dozing off during fellowship, and he didn't used
Third
to do
week in a
that.
row? What?
Yep,
Yeah.
third week in a row you've been dozing off. He didn't used to do that at all.
His new job, he has to get up real
You used to
early.
be really like bright-eyed, and now you're all.
Well, the last 2 weekends I haven't slept in at all. I've been up the same time I get up for work.
That's the problem. Is once
And
you start getting up that early, it's
And then I only got like 3 hours of sleep last
Portland. I'd pop wide awake at 3:30 in the morning, and then at like 5:30, and then by 5, I'm fully awake. And the girls have called me. The girls called me at 5:40 every day because they were on their way to school. And so Tuesday, I get there and I go to work, and I'm so tired. I get done with work. I stop and get at the falafel place and get a euro. I then walk back to the hotel, and I went to sleep at 5 o'clock on the West Coast, and then woke up at like 7. It was glorious. It was like 13, 14 hours worth of sleep. I just,
Nice.
and then I got in Thursday at like 11 something, and then I work from here on Friday. Now my new traveling is not. Now all the traveling will be to Nashville, so there's no time change.
Also, I've been drinking coffee, which I crashed hard after coffee. I've been drinking energy drinks.
He was all excited.
Coffee doesn't have enough caffeine for me anymore.
No, yeah.
Yeah, it used to. It doesn't anymore. And then when I took my DNA test, it said that caffeine has caffeine has a low effect on my body. So I already don't respond to caffeine.
I'd like to take the DNA test. How much was it?
100.
It's not bad. We should take the DNA test.
Holly88 from Twitch. Hello.
Hello.
It's like the opposite
And
of
welcome.
B-Ho.
Holly.
Hawaii.
Hawaii?
I don't know.
Hawaii. 88. Maybe they were born in 1988 in Hawaii.
And they play WoW.
They play WoW?
Yep.
They said it's a Swedish thing.
How come you're getting updates faster than I am?
That's a good question.
Because I'm on the dashboard of my Twitch, and you're on a...
The dashboard of Twitch is slower than the API that Restream is using
No more.
That's
to pull
really
Twitch.
sad.
What does API stand for?
Protocol interface? It's something protocol interface, isn't it?
I don't remember what the A is.
Application protocol interface, I think.
What does API stand for? Programming interface.
Programming interface.
Yeah.
What does the A stand for?
Application.
Application programming interface.
I thought it was a programming interface, but I was like, oh. Yeah, mine only shows hi guys and girls. That's weird.
So my week consisted of writing a podcast, driving for Uber and Lyft, and recording way too many Office parodies for this contest on Rizzle.
You hung out with me for a few hours.
Okay, but that was only for a few hours. That's not what my week consisted of.
What he's saying is that should have been the most important thing you did this week. Because according to him and how he feels, it was the most important thing he did all week.
Is that the most important thing you did all week?
I don't know, maybe.
And now, as a teenager, he has to play off the fact that he wants to hang out with you because you called him out on his bullshit. Which that was a fun part about the Birds of Prey movie. Was she actually used her psychology degree throughout the entire movie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And would
Yeah.
people would say something and she's like, well, the reason you're saying that is, da-da-da," and you're like, oh, I love her.
Yeah.
So she was Dr. Harley Quinn.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was so funny that it was pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah. My favorite character though didn't get enough screen time in my opinion.
Oh my gosh. No.
What
Definitely not Bruce.
Bruce.
Bruce who?
Bruce.
Bruce.
The hyena.
The hyena.
Oh, the hyena.
His name's Bruce. I named him after that really sexy Wayne guy.
Yeah.
You're like, oh my gosh.
I was pissed when her apartment blew up and he disappeared.
Oh, so sad. Now in the show, she originally had 2, but okay.
You got a briefcase, you going to work?
Because in mother, he won't stay with his mother.
Yeah.
Which DNA test did you take?
It was from CRI Genetics.
Ooh, one of the good ones, not one of the...
Yeah, not one of the over commercialized. One that does an actual genetic deep dive. Which is how I found out that I'm German, Italian, Irish.
Was it a spit one like normal?
It was cheek swabs, 2 cheek swabs, 1 for each cheek.
Spit.
Yeah, basically. You have to rub it on the inside of your cheek for 30 seconds. And I was like, okay. And I ended up making one of my cheeks bleed because I was rubbing for 30 seconds. My cheek bleed.
I'm gonna make your cheek bleed.
I posted a video about it on TikTok.
I don't ever see your TikToks unless you actually send them to me for some reason.
Yeah, you just don't show up in my following feed either.
That's weird.
I think it's because I follow 1,900 people, but
Oh, that many people?
let's see.
I follow a lot of people myself.
I don't know how many I follow.
On TikTok, I follow man who is not happy.
I was gonna see if you stopped after a
Alright,
couple
everybody off their social media, go to TikTok.
Right? Everybody go to TikTok and tell me how many followers you follow. How many people you
Sorry,
follow?
1,617.
I ain't got my phone. I follow 148.
I just took a DNA test. Turns out I'm 100% a child of
I'll
God.
go in and watch like 3 or 4 videos of theirs, and
Yeah.
it's only the one
I
video
I check other videos before I just follow.
I follow
Except for
people who
Jason
say,
Momoa, I didn't have to check
I'm a
his other
Christian.
videos.
And it's okay, I'll follow you.
Where's my Twitch? How do you spell Twitch? Where's Twitch? What's going on in here?
That's not it.
They put a couch in the hallway so he couldn't come back in here.
The kids even started.
So he's throwing a fit.
I mean, they put a couch in the hallway.
There's a couch. Walk in the hallway.
You did?
Greg, will you secretly get me 2 more cookies? But it's a secret. You guys didn't hear that. Dude, he's actually doing the sneak walk. He's like the Pink Panther. Wait, that's not the right music.
Long song.
That's not the right
What is
music.
that for? What Pink Panther have you been going and seeing, sir?
You know, at the Lido Theater over in Dallas. I've been going and watching the Pink.
No. You've got the wrong mover.
That's the wrong theater. You shouldn't be going there. I picked up a passenger from the Lido Theater, but I won't tell you much about the passenger because I don't want to expose him as a person. But Lido Theater is it's a porn theater.
Yes.
Yeah, it's where you go. And he gets in the car and he's this old man, like 80, 85 years old, and he's like, yeah, I was in there with my hand, and I looked over, and there's all these other men with their hand, and my girlfriend texted me, and I was like, she asked me if I want to go to dinner, and I was like, yeah, that's better than what I'm doing right now. But I didn't want her to know I was here, so I told her I was at the library. Oh, man.
You gotta see some stuff in them Ubers, man. Even the Uber I had 4 different Uber drivers during my Portland trips the last couple of weeks, and it has been an experience.
Yeah? Tell me about your experience.
They were just each very, very unique. All of them were talkative except for one. Portland is a really weird thing at the airport where you have to get in line.
As a passenger, you have to get in line?
Yeah. And then they have a line of Ubers. And Lyft does the same thing. It's a Portland thing because you actually get like taxed extra, and Portland has all these extra requirements on them. And so you get to the airport and you go like the first lane when you come out of the airport, the first lane is for people getting picked up. The second lane is for public transportation. So you go to the third lane and there's an island, and then you go left for Uber, and then you go super left for Lyft.
Super left.
Yeah, super left. You gotta go left and then keep
Super
going.
left, super left.
And then there's little Uber people standing there, and they're like, "Do you have your code?"
Standing there?
Yeah, they're standing there.
They're not in their car?
No, little Uber people, like Uber people, not like Uber drivers. Like
The customer service rep.
yeah, just like at the airport.
Oh, okay.
And then
Uber representatives.
yeah,
Yeah.
and they're like, "Do you have your app? Do you already have your code
I
pulled
was like,
up?"
what's
Yeah.
an Uber people?
Okay, go to that car right there. And you walk up to the car and you're like, "Here's my code." Driver puts in your code and he takes off.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess Portland has all these extra rules. And then I drive to Beaverton, which is where Nike's headquarters are.
Hey, when you asked me about a code, I thought you meant like the passenger gets in the car and then it prompts each of you double blind to code.
Oh, no.
No.
This is like...
Yeah, when Uber doesn't trust you or doesn't trust the driver, one or the other, it'll require you to do this code to confirm that the passenger really is supposed to be getting in that car. and then the driver really is the driver.
No, this one is just a code, and you give it to the driver, and the driver's like, okay, and then he comes up on your phone, and then it takes off. And I spent an average of between $38 and $56.
How far did you go?
I don't know.
It was about a 20 to 30 minute drive.
And every person took a different route.
He sent it to me. I didn't like stare at it the whole time. I just watched his little thing every once in a while.
person took a
where he
different
was
route.
going. I was like, oh, he's at the airport now.
So I was like,
Sure.
I mean, it's possible they're
Well,
following.
Your trip for an
Yeah.
average of
Could've been
20
different routes.
to 30 minutes.
Because it says that it would
I
be
sat
like
there watching
32 minutes.
And with that thing that plays music.
you're that thing that plays music.
Yeah, sometimes the Uber,
Somebody holding
it'll
it.
give an Uber path, and the customer will throw a fit. That's too long. That's too long. And I'm like, no problem. I'll put it up in Google Maps. Let's see what Google Maps says. Usually the Google Maps route is twice as fast as the Uber route. Yeah. But I make more money if I follow the Uber route because I get paid by the minute.
Right.
But the customer gets charged the same amount either way.
Really?
What you pay as a customer doesn't equate to what the driver makes. The driver gets paid off of minute and mile. So if you get stuck in traffic, you get paid more. The customer doesn't get charged more.
No.
The Uber just makes less money.
No wonder they're losing money every week.
Right. So if Uber gives me a longer route, I get paid more, but the customer pays the same amount.
Beaverton's weird. Where the headquarters, not the headquarters are in Nashville. Where the office is. It's the same place where Nike is. So like Nike built the town, I guess, like is what everyone says. So like walking is a big deal. And biking is a big deal. And everywhere there's
Because they
bike
want you to
lanes.
wear down those new shoes so you'll buy more.
Someone randomly at camp asked Nike or Puma, and I went, I don't know, I have no idea anything about shoes. We all looked down, and I'm wearing Nike shoes. And I went, well, I guess.
Well, you bought them at Walmart, so you're technically wearing Nike.
Really? Are they actually
So I
making
was
brands?
listening to
It says it right there.
huh?
Got one on Facebook.
Nice. I was listening to Michael Jr. earlier, and he was telling a story about when he was just getting started in comedy, and he was at a comedy club, and it was an open mic night, and when you're up for an open mic night, and a popular comedian comes in, you get bumped. You don't get to go on. The comedy club manager liked him, and so he asked him, you don't want to go on before this guy or after this guy? And he was like, well, before. So he goes on before, and then that guy, the popular comedian, comes up and wants to talk to him, and I can't remember the popular comedian's name. It was Sean something, and he was like, now my favorite joke from this gentleman is, I was in China the other day, and I bought a pair of Nikes, and I went to look at them, and you know when you buy a pair of Nikes and you look at them and it says made in China? Well, this pair of Nikes said made around the corner. He says that's my favorite, his favorite joke from this guy. When I was in Thailand, there's a Nike factory in Thailand.
Yeah.
You can get a pair of Nikes for 50 cents anywhere in Thailand.
Nice.
50 cents. They fail inspection and find their way onto a street vendor.
And that's why your Nikes cost $80.
Right. You could get basically anything in Thailand as long as you didn't mind it being one letter off of the actual product. Like instead of Timberland, it would be Timberland.
Rapper shoes?
Instead of Coach, it
Yeah.
was COACG. But it looked like the Coach logo, but it had G instead of the H. You know, things like that. But the Nikes were actual Nike. Just everything else was.
It's
I
like
didn't take a big suitcase when I go to
Okay.
Or just buy another suitcase while you're there.
it's expensive. And I can think of about 12 reasons why it's a really, really bad idea. Because when it comes back heavier than it went in, they're gonna assume drugs.
Drugs or a
small
child
person.
prostitute or they're gonna,
So just buy a big suitcase.
you're gonna get yourself a nice body search of everything.
I got
On your way
searched
back
at the
in.
airport. I got put aside and had to have my stuff touched.
What?
I
Yeah.
did too.
Because
What?
my stuff was
You were there.
my stuff
Oh,
showed
yeah.
up on the like raise your hand and they do the whoop thing.
They were like, sir, that's too big. We don't believe.
Well,
you."
they were like
Just to make
they were
sure
like,
that's all
excuse me,
you.
sir. See how that box right there is yellow? I said, yeah. We're gonna have to pat you down right there. Okay.
Why was it yellow?
Because it showed up as an error.
Fat deposit
Okay.
on my tumor.
But they have a cool machine at the Portland going out that you don't have to take anything out of your bag. It x-rays the machine like all the way around. And so you don't take your electronics out of your bag at all. It's just like... But it's slower. It moves a little slower.
I've never seen it, but I've heard at the airport in Israel, they have a body scanner that you walk into it and it closes and it's bomb proof. And then they hit it with waves that explode plastic explosives. So if you're trying to get on a plane with plastic explosives, they just detonate you in this bomb proof chamber before you get on the plane.
It sounds like something they did.
Yeah, it does.
I love Israel. The Jews are a very interesting people group.
There's like, you were going to kill other people, so we don't got any qualms about killing you first. I
We have
mean,
no problem. Stop picking at it!
whoa.
Just happened.
Sorry. That was a little more aggressive than I meant.
That's how you lose your soul.
Picking at it? Picking at a scab or let your soul escape?
No.
Oh.
Picking at your soul.
No, she wasn't picking at her soul. She was
Oh.
picking at her scab.
Then why'd you
It's
yell
have
at
a
her?
soul.
Did you say she doesn't have a soul?
That's you have to have a soul.
You have to have a soul to lose a soul?
Uh-huh.
Well, she obviously didn't sell her soul.
It's like
One,
that joke about
I've
why
known
did
her
God
for
make
more
blind colorblind people? One, you never what?
One, we've been together for more than 10 years. And two, what was, oh, you know Supernatural?
What
Went off,
counts as
be
being
quiet.
better?
Supernatural got extended for exactly 10 years from when it was supposed to be canceled. Seems like someone actually made that crossroad deal.
Wait, what?
Supernatural actually went 10 years longer
Oh.
than what they were supposed to. 10 calendar years, not years in the show. Calendar years, not seasons. 10 calendar years. And so there was this thing and I was like, no. And I looked it up and went, oh. Someone actually might have. Who's that producer? Robert Singer? The one the character's named after?
Yeah, Bobby.
Bobby.
Yeah, Bobby.
He did it. Don't look at me.
I just heard Zoe go, no, Sarah, she's a boss if she's here. I'm assuming.
We're hoping.
That's so cute that you think you can do that, Finette. That's so cute.
It's really ugly.
All very silent.
So
It's tiny.
it's ugly though.
Did you cut it on something?
That's
No.
ugly.
I picked it.
Oh, babe.
And then I ripped the skin off.
He was just yelling at you for picking something. This one, the knuckle is stupid.
It looks like you got brains coming out of it.
I know, it looks really ugly. And it was originally flat and it's like growing while I sit here and look at it.
It's bulging.
I don't know my TikTok password. Bob.
Oh, Connie said that was a horrible joke.
Which one? Which joke, Connie?
asleep till
It's 7:30.
dun
Is it though?
dun dun.
Doesn't feel
Watch
like
me
it's
eat my
7:30.
cookie crumbs.
It's because the time changed.
Doesn't feel like we've been
I
here
did
for
not
an hour.
work.
More than
Why are you
that.
laughing at me?
Because you've been asleep for 45
They
minutes.
were on the notebook.
Huh?
Like if that was still on a plate, I could maybe see
The
it.
maid around the corner.
William, tell him he fell asleep for 45 minutes. That's why it's 7:30.
Don't mind me.
It is 7:30.
See?
My phone says 7:29.
No, it's 7:29.
She said the maid around the corner was a bad joke.
That was a bad joke. Why is that a bad joke?
Which joke?
10 minutes later, we get ready.
The maid around the corner.
He bought a pair of
Nikes
Nikes
made
in
around
China
the corner.
and it didn't say made in China. It said made around the corner.
Where are you going? Did you find a white Is he going through there? Oh.
All right. The new podcast just came out. It's about something.
Don't look at me. I don't read ahead.
It's called Store Up. That's what it's called.
Send some
STOR
to me.
space
Office.
up.
He is stupid! He's mad you put that thing there. He wants you to hold
Wherever
it.
you are right now for this, wherever you are seeing this right now for this, what am I saying?
I don't know.
Just be back in 30 minutes, and the podcast video will go live right where you are right now. So, I love you guys. Have a great week. Go listen to the podcast, and until next time.